You think I'd cheat? On you, baby? Never. Come on. You should know me better than that. You're the only one for me. I swear. Hey, if you don't believe me, well... Oh, I get it. If I'm not your type, do you want me to introduce you to some other guys who have crests? They're all nobles, just like me.
What? That isn't why I'm... You're worse than I thought!
I just want you to be happy. You know, get what you're after. I hate seeing a girl cry, especially one as beautiful as you. So, you know, maybe we... So, Professor, do you enjoy spying on people? You look like you've got something to say, so say it. Hey, that was between me and her, not you. But you know how it is. Most relationships, they end in heartbreak. Anyway, I don't know why she's so upset about me dating other girls. She didn't care before she found out, so why does she care now? I really do hate seeing a girl cry. Come on, it's hard on me too. If only I had someone to comfort me. Professor, it's okay if you want to console me. I happen to have some exquisite tea back in my quarters. You could come by and we could chat about love. Calm down, it was only a joke. You've really got no sense of humor, you know that? Oh, Professor. I didn't realize you were there. If we keep running into each other like this, people will start to talk. Hey, don't get mad. I was joking. Ah, forget it. What do you need? Well, you're not wrong. I fell for that girl recently, but I just wanted to have some fun and leave it at that. So, I told her we should break it off. I guess she was feeling a little more serious than I was. She started crying, and everything got a bit complicated. Come on, Professor. Playing around with girls is the most fun a guy can have. Besides, I don't care what you think of me. I don't intend to change how I live my life. I'm a good-for-nothing, if you haven't noticed. But I'm still a noble with a crest. That's all anyone cares about. It's best to avoid getting too serious with fools like that. It only leads to trouble. I'm gonna be forced into an arranged marriage with some random noble woman anyway. By the way, Professor, you didn't know you had a crest, did you? I see. I suppose a mercenary wouldn't be concerned with such things. Most children who are born to noble families are tested upon birth to see if they bear one. Even descendants of the 10 elites, like myself, can't be legitimate heirs without a crest. That means as children, we're only accepted if we're born with one. The heads of most noble houses keep having kids until they get one with a crest. Those children then grow up to be heads of their houses, and the vicious cycle continues. Do you get it now? To all these commoner girls, I'm just a trophy, or rather, a stud horse. See? I knew you'd get it. These girls don't love me. They love the potential rewards of loving me. If I marry a girl and she gives birth to a child with a crest, that kid might become the next head of House Gautier. For ages now, those of us with crests have been envied and desired, but never for who we are. I understand the value of my blood. Believe me, I hate how much I understand it. I know better than to dream of being free from this burden. I'm used to it by now. I used to think I didn't have the right to live freely. That's right. You know what? I'm a bit jealous. The whole time you were growing up, you never knew you had a crest. You were free. Nobody pretended to like you. I kind of hate you for that. You were a spoiled brat who should pay for that crest. Maybe I'll collect the debt. Gotcha! Wow, you should have seen the look on your face just then. Don't mind me, Professor. After all, Ladies love a dark and brooding noble. Evening, Professor. Lovely night, isn't it? Just look at those stars. I heard you were headed over to the Goddess Tower, and I got curious about who you might be meeting. But here you are, all by yourself. This isn't a lover's tryst at all. Oh yeah, the Goddess Tower is where lovers meet. Didn't anybody tell you? They say that if you exchange vows here, they always come true. It's a sacred place for lovers. To tell the truth, I got curious about who you might be coming here to meet. I know this sounds weird, but I'm relieved to find you here alone. You're here alone, I'm here alone. I was thinking, maybe... Well, of course. We're the only two people here, aren't we? I keep thinking about it, and it just makes sense. My crest, and yours? Okay, true. You know, I've never regretted any of my past behavior until you turned me down just now. I can't be who I've been my whole life. I gotta get it together and become a man you can trust. I know that sounds like another one of my games, but it's true. I'll prove it to you. Anyway, I'm going to head back to the ball. Since we're both here, would you accompany me? Well then, my lady, I do hope you'll give me the honor of a dance. It will be good practice for our first dance at our wedding reception. I'm kidding. Anyway, let's get going before you change your mind. Ugh, that hurts. Ah, Professor, thanks for stopping by. It's not bad. I was even told I'd be cleared for service starting tomorrow. Besides, I got this scar fighting for you. It's almost like a medal or something. When I thought you were going to be killed for real, my reflexes kicked in. I reacted without thinking. It doesn't mean I've stopped being jealous of you. But come on, I can't help but look up to you. If I'd had the guts to run away from home, I wonder if I would have cared as little about my crest as you do yours. No, but if I thought I could have escaped, I would have tried. I'd leave behind House Gautier and the life of a nobleman and anybody who knew I had a crest. Our home is to the very north of the kingdom. Just across the mountains from us is land inhabited by foreigners to Fodlan. It once belonged to Fargus, but now that the kingdom has collapsed, it's only a matter of time until fighting breaks out. Anyway, that land has been contested for centuries, and all that time, it has fallen to House Gautier to protect it. Actually, our Lance of Ruin has been doing most of the protecting. Those were dangerous times. One wrong step, and we would have lost our relic to the church. My father was afraid that the church would try to keep the lance, so he entrusted it to me. If an emergency arose, I was supposed to be called back home. I guess those very situations are why my family values crests so much. Since I bear a crest, my parents made sure I was never left wanting. My older brother didn't have one, and so when I was born, he was pushed aside. You know, he once shoved me in a well. He left me on the mountainside in the middle of winter, too. Even as a little kid, I understood why he was like that. My mere existence stole everything from him. I have no right to complain when I am surrounded by people who would give anything to bear a crest, but do not. Now, women smile at me for the same reason my parents adore me, and my brother wanted me dead. And I have to meet them all with a smile and a wink, because I have a crest. The women who just want to use me to become nobility? Hatred's probably the right word. Though, in the end, that's just an easy answer. I don't even know how I truly feel about it all. Anyway, it was pretty unreasonable of me to resent you. I'm really sorry about that. And I want to say thank you, Professor. Seriously, thank you. Before I met you, I'd gone my whole life not knowing there was another way for me to live. So, from the bottom of my heart, I'm glad we met. Professor, I've been waiting for you a while. I've just been out here watching the sky grow lighter. I woke up and I couldn't get back to sleep. And it's nice to spend a morning like this sometimes. It's really just hitting me. For the past 5 years, we've been fighting and fighting. But now the war's over. It's time for a new way of life. So, I've decided I want to take responsibility for my own fate. That's right. My crest doesn't decide my fate. I do. It's time for the first step in the right direction. I don't want to marry a girl who wants to use me for my crest, or a girl who someone else chose for me. I want to marry someone I really care about. And, you know, maybe I can't, but I'd like to try. You don't believe me? I probably should have seen that coming. In that case, I'll just have to propose to you over and over again, until you know I'm serious. Marry me. I'd do anything for you. I'm done lying, especially to myself. You mean... If we're together, I don't even care if I stay locked up inside for the rest of my life. If you told me you didn't want me to look at another woman, I'd go blind for you. Sorry about that. I got a little excited. I've spent my whole life relying on flowery language, so it's a bit hard to rein it in. Okay, calming down now. I'm just over the moon about this. With you by my side, I'm excited to find out what this new way of life is all about. We fought hard for today, and I'm beyond happy just to be alive. And now, I'm engaged to the perfect woman. Strike that. You know what? My happiness isn't what I care about today. I'm going to spend the rest of our lives together trying to make you happy. I promise.